Welcome to the other Discovery Show, the bonus show from the podcast Discovery Show, but it's not about podcasts. It's about all the other things we've discovered throughout the week. I'm Kurt.
And I am Zach.
And I found this amazing technology that they have in Peru to help people in their water shortage. Because they're short on water in Peru in a lot of areas, but they're not short on fog. So I found this it's a YouTube video, but it's amazing. So we're going to watch it real quick in the chat. And if you guys want to join next time, you can watch it with us. Things like this. So that's what makes it amazing. So let's watch it right now. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just such a simple idea. And to give it to visualize it for you guys at home that aren't able to watch it, it's just a net with between two poles with a PVC pipe underneath that can catch water. And in the mountains of Peru, where this is at, where there's people that are literally very water insecure, like they don't have enough water for their animals and their crops and stuff like that. But they have all of this fog.
Yeah, because they're very high altitude, right? In Peru?
Yes. It's very mountainous, specifically in this area. But they have fog all the time. He said in the winter, it's literally like you cannot see like 10 feet in front of you. And I just love how he's just like, it's water. It's right here. It's in front of us. And he found a way to capture that water and to make it into usable water. He said that there's 20 to 30,000 people that are using this right now in Peru. And that it can make, what was it? Every single screen could make that much water?
Yeah, I think so. 50 to 100 gallons a day. So that is a ridiculous amount of fog for sure.
Yeah. And he had like a mini model so that you could see it. And then you could see on the map. That's what kind of blew my mind is it looked like he had like hundreds, maybe thousands of them, like almost like a fog farm, like grabbing all of this moisture and stuff like that. Granted, it's not like potable water. You're not going to be able to drink it without it having to be processed in some other way. But even the people that don't have the water to drink, they could probably boil it and then have drinkable water.
It's probably not too bad. I mean, if you keep the net clean.
Yeah. But ideally it's for like, animals and crops and things like that they don't have irrigation. You can't like drill a well in the mountains of Peru and
no, it's a rock.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I just love discovering things that are just a very complex problem and people that can find very simple solutions. And I feel like this is exactly what that is. It's a very simple solution to a very complex and intense problem.
No, it was said in the chat here, and I agree. Watching someone who just wants to do something to help people is great right now. Like it really is one of those things where it's overwhelming the amount of kind of negativity that you will see constantly. So to see somebody that's just doing something to try and help people, he's doing something simple that's cost effective, that's literally providing usable water to people out of the air. That's about as wholesome as you can get. And it's really nice to see. And I've been, she also mentions a nice palate cleanse. And yeah, I feel like I've been needing more and more palate cleansing because it's just a tough time. So we talk about it a lot, but look for the helpers. And this guy is a helper. He's doing cool things.
Abel Cruz Gutierrez. So anyone want to look him up, but we'll of course have the video tagged in the show notes. But yeah, it's a 2-minute video. It's not very long, but it gives you a visualization of how he's able to basically solve this problem in these remote areas of Peru.
So simple, so effective, and he's just doing it because he wants to help people.
It's amazing.
It's a great discovery. So I discovered something on a different side of things.
I need to know what's going on.
It's a book fest. No, I'm just kidding. It's a book theft. So rare books worth more than 2.5 million euros were stolen from a warehouse in West London in a daring Mission Impossible style heist that had been found. So
They found the books that were stolen?
Yes, they found the books. This is why this article was posted, because they found the books. So,
oh, sweet.
200 books and like 2.5 million euro is a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's probably almost $3 million.
In 200 books, those are expensive books. Those are very that's like those people are going to college. Yeah, those people are going to college. This is college book level prices. And that's
exactly.
So they stole a bunch of college books. No, but they found this stuff. But 200 books, which included significant works by Galileo, Sir Isaac Newton, and like they're significant. They stole them because they're significant, but they found them.
Yeah, it makes sense. So it's almost like rare pieces of art, but it's books.
But it took 3 years of police operations to find these books. It was raids on 45 different addresses across 3 different countries to find these books. What? And it ended up charges in 13 different people. We're talking like that's the reason why I pulled this one, because
so it's like Ocean's 13.
Yes, but they're stealing books like a bunch of dorks. No, I'm just kidding.
But nerds. No, I'm just kidding.
Like a bunch of nerds. So they got all of the books back. So there's the ending for you. So one of the investigators said these books are extremely valuable, but more importantly, they're irreplaceable and are of great importance to international cultural heritage. So like you're looking at things that are important beyond like kind of their value. And then I started seeing how this was all done. So there was a lot of people who were the end result is it was Romanian organized crime who did this. And they were responsible, or at least suspected, for high value warehouse burglary. I can't talk. Burglaries across the UK.
Give me a second. I got it right. I'm not going to leave you saying boogly.
They're responsible for They're responsible for a string of high value warehouse. I can't talk right now. Hold on. I gotta hone it in. Okay.
You didn't even drink that much yet, have you?
No.
I didn't think so.
I just can't talk right now.
I think I drink more than you.
They're responsible for a string of...
Okay. We got to stop talking before we... Okay, let's get back into it now.
Okay. They're responsible for a string of high-value warehouse burglaries across the UK, often using the same method. And typically, they avoided prosecution because the members were flown into the UK. They would do these crimes, and then they immediately left. This is very, very sophisticated what they were doing. And it's just weird that it was... I guess it makes sense because I guess the secondary market on these like high-value books was important enough that they were interested in it. But they literally dropped in from the rafters. That's why they called it Mission Impossible style. They broke into this warehouse. They dropped in through the rafters. They walked on the shelving so they didn't activate all the alarms in the building because they knew these were valuable books. So they didn't like activate any alarms. They stole all these books. They took them. They put them in a van. They crossed multiple country lines because this is in Europe. So it's very easy to switch over. You know, you're crossing into different countries and like jurisdiction is all over the place. You're going all over the place. And they did all of these things. They hid them somewhere, I think underneath floorboards. And they were linked to a Romanian crime family.
Is, like, it's crazy because like as well as if you were to get stopped at a border, unless there was like an APB or whatever they call it, where they were looking for books.
Yeah.
What we could do, like, they're going to stop him and be like, you got any drugs or weapons?
You got any old books?
Just got some books. It's like,
show me you got any old books in here? Yeah, it is National Treasure, 100%.
So this is like the Book of Eli. Remember that movie?
Yes, pretty much. Wasn't it just the Bible? That's the most anticlimactic ending ever. But they had this very, very intricate process to steal these things. But they broke in, they stole all these things. They'd done the same thing with some laptops. Same thing. They break in, they know where all the security's at, they steal stuff, and they get out without a trace.
This is Ocean's 13.
That's what I'm saying. This is a cool thing that just happened.
Did they have a little Asian guy that can like do acrobatics and stuff?
I mean, I don't know that specifically, but maybe.
Was Brad Pitt
why not?
One of them?
Yeah, Brad Pitt was definitely there. I read that somewhere. But the day after the books were stolen, one of the leaders of it rented a house in elsewhere in the UK. They put the books there for a minute, but they put it in a van. They picked up the books. They took them out of the country immediately. They were also linked to like the laptops. And okay, the laptop one, they used ladders and ropes to scale a warehouse, cut holes to get in, and stole laptops worth about 150,000 euro. And then they also stole another 2 million euro worth of stuff and 11 other offenses. They were constantly stealing stuff from warehouses. Professional
burglars.
Yeah. And they ended up finding it underneath floorboards. And they tracked them because of the warehouses. They tracked them because of the laptops. So they found them because of the laptops. They pulled somebody over who had these stolen laptops. They tracked him to other things. They were able to connect him to one of these houses, and they found all the books under the floorboards, like wrapped and ready to be sold. And so they ended up busting these guys who were like international art/professional burglars. And it's just crazy to read about these things actually happening in like the age of the internet. There's cameras everywhere in the internet, and they still stole, I think total, I was looking at that, like 5 million euro worth of stuff before they got caught.
Now that's a crazy story about just, I don't know, professional thieves. It was great. That's great. It's not great, but it's fascinating.
I fully support their decisions.
On a completely another note, I found a BBC article that I thought was just, it's crazy. The title of the article is "Pea Plant Grows Inside Man's Lung." So I did not know this was a thing that could happen. But according to this article, a Massachusetts man who was rushed to a hospital with a collapsed lung came home with an unusual diagnosis. A pea plant was growing in his lung. Ron Svedin had been battling emphysema for months when his condition deteriorated. He was steeling himself for a cancer diagnosis when X-rays revealed the growth in his lung. Doctors believed that Mr. Svedin ate the pea at some point, but it went down the wrong way and sprouted. One of the first meals that I had in the hospital after the surgery had peas for the vegetable, and I laughed to myself, but I ate them anyway. He told local Boston TV reporter. Mr. Svedin said the plant was about half an inch in size, so it's not very big, but definitely big enough.
In your lung, though, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I guess when it's inside you, it's pretty big. Whether this would have gone full term and I'd be working for the Jolly Green Giant, I don't know. I think the thing that finally dawned on me is that it wasn't cancer. So he was grateful that he went to the doctor thinking it was going to be cancer, and instead they said that he had a pea growing in his lung. And I do not think this is clickbait, because I don't think that the BBC has very many clickbait articles.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen too much, but that is ridiculous. I'll say that.
And it was from Reddit, which is the specific Reddit that I got this from is very highly moderated. And if something were to get through the first 12 nerds, it wouldn't get through the next like 5,000 of them. So
through the first 12 nerds.
But it's just crazy story about a pea plant growing in a dude's lung. I mean, I've always had that thought when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like a plant growing inside me. If you're eating something,
no, I mean, it's also a joke on Sunny, where if you eat watermelons, you have a watermelon growing in your stomach. You have to smoke cigarettes to kill it.
I don't remember that joke.
Yeah. So I discovered that today is International Observe the Moon Night. So I hope everybody's ready to go look at the moon. That's literally all it is. That's the easiest holiday you can possibly adhere to. Just go outside and look at it. It's like, I did it.
Did you look at it?
Holiday complete. But
did you look at it?
I saw a really cool website that is called Moon Today. And all these will be linked everywhere. But
is that a safe for work website?
What, you think it's just butts? It's not just butts. It's the actual moon. No, but it's a really cool thing because what they've done is they let you explore like as high def imaging of the moon as possible. So you can like look at different craters and look at like all of the very specific like geography of the moon. It's not something where you have to like look at it from a distance where it's like, oh, I see it. It's like you can really dig in and try and find all of these things, and they're all named. That's one of the crazy things about when you look at this stuff is they're all named and explored.
Oh, all the craters and stuff are named?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, they're very hardcore about it because I mean, there's just a lot of astronomers with extra time. They're like,
now is it if you pay a service, you can name a crater in the moon after your girlfriend that you're going to break up in like 2 weeks? Is that a thing? Is like the star thing?
It's specified that you have to break up in 2 weeks, but maybe.
Is that thing a scam? I feel like it's a scam.
The star thing, yeah, it clearly is a scam. It's I don't think a scientist is going to be like, and there is my girlfriend is beautiful. My girlfriend is beautifulest right up there. No, they name those things. I think that there's like no scientist
they give you
really
a certificate.
Cares. They do. I mean, I don't. Okay, I want to check the legality of this, but I won't do it while we're on air. Like, no, but like, it's just cool because that is a fun thing that we can look into. We got redeemed stretch. Okay, I feel much better now. I feel much better.
Normie, okay, this is a funny story. Normie changed the channel today on the TV, and it ended up being on a. It ended up going to like what's the Jesus channel, the one that has like the
GMC.
Uber. Yes, that's what came on, and they were doing Christian aerobics. It was great.
Christian aerobics.
I got to do an aerobics for you.
Okay, I need to hear a little bit more about this. Can that be a bonus discovery? I need to know more about Christian aerobics. What makes it Christian specifically?
I just love how Normie, my dog, changed the channel to freaking Christian aerobics.
No, God did that.
TBN, that was it. TBN, not GBN. Or whatever.
No, I said GMT or what?
GMT, CMT.
Yes, CMT. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of.
But this was the move. This was the Jesus move.
That is not Jesus's move. Jesus is very opposed to that move.
It was so good.
That's the whole reason we couldn't have dances in high school is that move.
All the hips gyrating. That's
all the
no.
What do they call it? The pelvic bowl. That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason we couldn't have it. The whole reason we couldn't have dances.
Yeah, we were not allowed to have dances. We still had like junior, senior, where we would just eat dinner and look at each other across the table. That's what we were allowed to do. Yeah, we have like a slideshow of like basketball games.
No, but I do think I've seen that where they have the.
It's so good.
The Christian aerobics. What can you do? I don't know why normal aerobics is somehow outside of Christianity, but sometimes you gotta brand yourself. You gotta not worry about that.
Anyway, thank you. I'm very stretched. My pelvic bowl is very free.
Twigs, clip that.
Don't, dang it! I forgot you could clip stuff.
Please.
Oh. My pelvic bowl is very free. It's very stretched out.
Twice. But yeah, everybody make sure to go check out the moon. It's cool. It's beautiful. And it's a special holiday that everyone should adhere to. It's very important.
All right, we're at 25 with a pelvic bowl stretch in there.
I think that needs to be left in there, honestly.
It's pretty good. I'll have to listen to it and see if we can get some audio out of it.
I mean, do you want me to talk about owls and crows? This is where it gets darker. They hate each other.
Is it gonna be us? I mean, it's animals hating each other. So is it? It gets pretty dark.
No, it's not that dark. I mean, they hate each other. The owls kills the crows, but other than that, it's not anything disturbing, really.
Did you clip bugleries too? I hope you did.
Yeah, you should. It'd be fair. It'd only be fair because I did feel like I was having a stroke for a second.
You did say like 6 words wrong in a row.
That's why I just stopped and waited. I was like, I need a full reset on this thing. Like, come on, brain, work, please.
Great. It was great. But usually that's the way that I read articles. I'm very bad at reading an article and not just tripping over it somehow.
No, I feel like my thing is I always have to like stop. Like usually I'm okay. Like I can roll through it. But like that was too many in a row. I was like, no, we're past the point of I can just roll through this. It's going to get way worse. It's going to be way off the rails.
Yeah. All right. I mean, 25's not bad. Dang it, she clipped it.
No, that was Billy.
What? Billy clipped it? Damn it, I'm taking your mod mode away. You're a mod for one day.
No, Twigs was mod when she clipped you too. It's fine. It's all fair. It's all just part
messing.
of it. Here, I'll just throw out this one. It'll be a fun one to end on.
Okay.
So I read this article about why do crows attack owls? And I was like, that seems like a weird thing to write an article about, but it wasn't. Because apparently
they attack each other?
Yes. They have.
But isn't like one awake when the other one's asleep?
In theory. But they also have a thing going on. So apparently owls will kill crows. Because owls are predators. Crows are not so much. They are somewhat, but like they're more like opportunists.
Type,
yeah, they're opportunists. They'll do what they want to. And owls will just hunt crows for predation, just for food. And so crows don't like owls because of this. And so they have a thing going on. They have a rivalry.
We've already learned that owls are they hold grudges pretty bad.
No, it's crows are very smart.
That's what I meant. I meant crows. Sorry. And that they have pretty good memories.
No, they think that crows might be able to like question their own minds. They think that crows might be like one of the highest intelligence birds where they literally have awareness of their intelligence, which is one of the highest levels of like how we qualify intelligence. But so crows will attack owls, but the vast majority of owls are way bigger than crows. So what they do is there's this whole like turf war thing going on. So if an owl sees a crow, an owl can just kill it. But if a crow sees an owl, it tries to attack it and call in reinforcements. And if they get a bunch of people there, then all of the crows are attacking the owl at the same time. And apparently it takes more than, I think a dozen is a murder, right? A murder of crows. Maybe the most awesome plural name for a group of an animal is a murder. But yeah, they get in a whole group of crows and they're all attacking the owl. And if they get enough, they can literally kill it too. So there's like this whole like turf war going on between owls and crows. I did not
know that there was this war between these two birds that has been going on for centuries.
Yeah, who knew? But my question was, what other animals do you think have some kind of hidden turf war going on? Some kind of like, hey, you're in my space and you're not welcome here. And then they fight.
Humans and all other animals.
I mean, that doesn't count. That's not fair. We ruin everybody. We ruin all the animals' lives. Except for dogs.
I don't know why, but the first one that pops in my brain is like dolphins and octopuses. I don't know why. It's what came into my brain. I think it's because they're arguing about who's the smartest one.
Oh, okay. So it's an intelligence battle. It's a chess match.
Yes, exactly.
No, the one that like I feel like I've seen the most is another bird. But like if you see a mockingbird, they attack everything.
Oh yeah.
But it's not like a gang war where it's like there's two people, like two groups that hate each other. It's that mockingbirds hate everything. They'll attack your head. They'll attack your dog. They'll attack hawks. I've seen a mockingbird that's like a third the size of a hawk, just like hammering it, and they don't care.
We saw what was I think I had a discovery the other day that I shared, or maybe I just saw it. I think it was magpies in like Australia or New Zealand, and they like literally will kill people, not because they are killing them, but because they'll attack like bicyclists, and they'll pull out into traffic and get hit by a car because they're always attacking people if they come near their like territory.
Which bird was it that drops turtles on people and is like killed someone with the by dropping a turtle?
That's where it was. Is we went down this rabbit hole at work because we were looking into falconry, and we found this video of like the most deadly birds. That was it. I think it was that. But I don't remember what bird.
I wouldn't recommend that video. Turtles. I feel like that's you're just looking at clickbait. Like it's just like most deadly birds. It's like birds aren't really killing that many people.
I fell for it. I did fall for it. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no way it's good. I mean, I don't know. I've watched enough terrible YouTube videos that I get a sense that it's not going to be good.
Well, man, I think we had a lot of really cool discoveries this week.
Yeah, no, it was great. And so, yeah, everybody, thanks for checking out the stream. If you didn't know that we have a stream, we are on Twitch. We post the VODs on YouTube afterwards. We are on Facebook, Twitter. We're on basically anything you could possibly be looking for. If you type the Podcast Discovery Show in Google, you will find something that you use that you can interact with us. And we really hope that you do. We have a great time talking to people who listen. We really, really appreciate it. And we hope that you get in touch.
Yeah. We really appreciate everything. You guys listening, you guys watching, you guys being part of the live stream or just being a listener. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't thrown us a review on Apple Podcasts or a follow on Spotify, do that as well. That helps us out. And we really appreciate it, guys. We hope you guys have a great week. And we'll be back probably Friday to do a live stream of the podcast.
Yeah, we should be back on normal schedule next week.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, until next week, guys. We don't have a thing that we say at the end of this. So discover things that are more than what you've already discovered.
Nailed it.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.